Hi everybody, it's the Psychic Sleuth and I'm back today. I'm going to be doing another reading on Andrea, I probably say this wrong, Knabel. Forgive me, I hate when I butcher names, but I do it a lot. I have a hard time pronouncing things. So, this is not my first reading on her. I actually did two prior, but I'm going to explain some things with the prior readings. Just letting you guys know, I might be gone for a little bit because, as you know, I have surgery coming up next week. So I'm going to try to get things done this week if I can. Anyways, I did this reading on the 30th of April, 2021. I'm way behind on stuff. I apologize. So things can be past, present, and future. They can be symbolic or have multiple meanings. I noticed in my last readings that she was a bit all over the place. I don't think that she was healed or that she was maybe not even crossed completely. Also, I noticed that Linda came in that reading before she ever went missing with the blue bonnet, and also the person being taken off the street by a male with the name starting with a J. This seems to be Linda. There was, however, important things in her reading, such as people she described and things going on. So there was some accurate stuff, but she did talk about, such as money and people and stuff that had been going on in her life. But as far as what happened, I noticed that she really didn't go into it before. That the person taken off the street was more than likely Linda, with an interconnect. So she was honestly all over the place. This time she was healed and she was much calmer and she was very clear and concise. I must be careful with this reading and mention here that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is for entertainment purposes only, and these are just psychic medium impressions. I did get names, but I won't mention them. I will just say initials or male and female in the house, not trying to get in trouble here. So when I connected with Andrea, it was also like 1 a.m. in the morning, but she was very chatty. I think that could be kind of her personality. I'm trying to calm her down at this point because she's chatty and talking fast, and she was kind of like all over the place like before. She shows me a drastic change in her. I see her being dressed up, like makeup on and all of that, and then changing to not caring so much about her appearance. She keeps referencing her face, so there was something going on with it. She shows me drugs, and I see her snorting something and a reference to weed. Talks about getting in with the wrong crowd and doing things she probably shouldn't have done for money. Doing things that maybe she wouldn't have done before. Just see a drastic change. I believe she's showing me doing drugs with E. I don't know if it's in her car. I don't know. I see them sitting in a car together for some reason. I'll only say things if I see or hear them, but she's saying the word affair and she's gesturing like you know how you take your hands and you make a gesture to make a belly if you're pregnant, like making an imaginary belly with your hands. She keeps doing that, and she's showing me sex in the car too, and I get a reference to a building. I hear hammer, nails, and wood. She does say that she was sleeping with multiple people because she also shows me a black guy. I think maybe he was rough with her. I get an initial K with that. I think, oh wow, she shows me just like this, KH. So I'd be curious if she was. I also think that maybe she was sleeping with the dealer for drugs at times. Not sure, but she's making me sort of feel that way. As I'm talking, she's like, you know, if I didn't have money or something, but he's coming into play. Talking about how she's not proud of the woman she became, and she knows she's disappointed someone and people. She says it made her not the same person. Like I get she's saying she would fly off the handle more and get angry. I can't remember if she has a son or sons, but she shows me a boy, and I'm hearing arguing in my head. It's a lot of kind of back and forth just over stupid shit, and she shows me a son again, and I don't know, he's kind of like, I can't tell the age, but she's also making the front of my head hurt, and I'm feeling sort of high. As I'm typing this, I'm getting very hot. I don't know why I see her crawling through a window at some point, like I can hear the window slide open like one does. I don't know if she's drunk or high or both, not sure. I just feel out of sorts. I wonder if she had a tattoo on her lower back or if someone did, but I heard tramp stamp, but I can see one on someone. I also see straight blonde hair. She's talking about her and her sister disagreeing a lot. Like a lot. Always fighting, she says, as I'm typing this, and disagreeing with her about things. And that her sister kind of knew that what was going on with her and E. I feel like E was a big part as to why she got into drugs, and that's what she's saying. Or is playing a big part in the drug scene and whatnot. She says it's a habit, you know. Once you're in it, it's hell to get out. And people around her made it impossible. I want to say sorry to those I love. And then I'm like, okay, take me back to that night. There's a reference to phone calls. I don't know if she tried to call the house or what, but I also get a reference to a key. I don't know if she had one or lost one, not sure. I'm not really sure why she's showing me a key, but it may be significant. I don't know why I see house dark too. I'm not exactly sure where she was prior, but I don't get a sober or right state of mind. Not sure where the pills come in, but she's showing me that as well. I kind of feel nauseous. I don't know if she threw up that night or there's a reference to another night, but I see her throwing up in a toilet. Now, I don't know if she knew she was pregnant or if there's someone pregnant at the time or if it's even about her or she just didn't care. I'm not sure. But I get this high feeling and I'm seeing her stumbling around a bit. I don't know. I see her knock something over and the lights come on. There's a reference to her mom. She says mom never listened to her. She says she was the black sheep or felt that way. And she shows me a literal black sheep. I'm wondering at this point if she's afraid to tell me what happened because I feel like she's stalling. It's like it keeps going blank. I see her falling down the stairs. She just shows me her tumbling down. I'm like, I need to rewind because at this point she's skipping around and now my cheek hurts. I don't know why I see like, okay, it's weird. I'm getting all these jumbled things. I get this one. I see a fight with S as I'm typing this on my computer, starting to erase my words. But you know, how when women grab each other's arms and hair, I get that. And I get a reference to a young female at the bottom of the stairs for some reason. And then I see a male at the house at the top looking down. I get a reference to, I know that I was kind of told about this, but I can only say things that I see or am told by spirit. So I get a reference to the wall and there being a hole or dented. She was showing me that. Something with the wall and like there's the stairs and then right where the opening is to the stairs behind it on the wall there's a hole or a dent. I don't know if someone smacked her head against the wall or she fell down, but my cheek and my head hurt. She references her neck like maybe it broke. For some reason I see a young female down at the bottom of the stairs and I don't know why. And I think the older female came out after this happened. I get the words cover up and I have major anxiety. I'm trying to see, I don't know what she did to piss them off. I don't know if it came out of about an affair or if she was trying to do something weird in the house and woke them up, but I felt tensions were high for a while now with this group of people. I get a reference to like late at night, maybe midnight to 2, not sure why, and I get a reference to the man being strung out sometimes. I do feel like I'm with something or I'm hit with something, or my head against the wall and then tumbling. What I see is stronger hands, so I'm thinking male, and then there's a female at the bottom of the stairs, but there was a tussle with the female prior to this or right before this, so they have been fighting. And I feel this one also has temper issues. They all do, and it's is the problem, like a bomb went off. So now it feels like there is a huge cover-up over what happened, and that they have been trying to lead cops astray, but I had major pain in my cheek, so I wonder if the cheek was hit in the process. She says it's effed up. She is saying that she was a bit out of control, but so was the situation and the other people. Now this is where I'm getting a bit confused on where she is. I do think she's buried or hidden, was getting that earlier in the day. I could see shoveling. A lot of what I stated, I was getting flashes of prior to this reading. So I'm wondering if she's in the yard or a yard. That did come in Dulce's readings, and I was working them about the same time. Because I'm trying to see, I feel like they started panicking. I do feel they wrapped her in something, and the man said that he would take care of it. One thing I get is paver stones, and I don't know, a tree like an apple tree or something like that. You get a reference to maybe a shed or a garage, a building on a property. I think I got a few people in her last reading, but she did bring up things in her life or whatever, like I was saying. I don't know if this is the house where it happened or if this is the house he's working on. I want to say it's this house where it happened. At some point, at least at some point. There is something about the banister too. I don't know if a piece was missing or it's scratched or something, or it was broke at one time, but she was talking about it. It's probably fixed by now. I wonder if they illuminated the place, if it would light up at all. I don't know if they did that or not, but that came in as an idea. I get a reference to a wall or a fence. I kind of see like brick, and I don't know why. It's because you know how some people have a brick wall for their fence, or it could be for another reason. I've been getting that for quite a long time. I do know in Amari they showed a brick wall in the news, so I'm not sure if it's connected or why, but I have been getting that brick wall for quite some time, since Dulce. So I'm not sure how it fits. It could be an interconnect, but it could be a fence as well, or both for some reason. It's not the first time, like I said, I've gotten a brick wall before. I'd also like to know if there's like little trees or trees back there, maybe even fruit trees, maybe that end up losing their leaves. I don't know, a reference to grass. I hear the word garden. I get the dirt is soft. Like, I don't see him leaving with her at this point. I don't know if he has a truck, but I can see a truck with its lights on, and I don't know why I don't see it going anywhere. There's something about a bathtub too. I don't know if someone cleaned off in it or what, but I do see cleaning up after. And I don't know if the banister has been fixed now. I also don't know why I keep getting a reference to a hammer. So I get this. She is referencing Savannah Spurlock. So I don't know if there's some weird connection, or it's because Savannah was found in the yard. You know, they reference other cases. She keeps going back to the case where Savannah was found. She's like, I love my family and I want them to know I forgive them. This could have been avoided. I feel like she was out of control a bit sometimes, but that was just her at this point in her life. So she does take some responsibility. I feel like the anger of these people got the best of them, and they felt Andrea was a problem and a nuisance at times. As I'm typing, I was getting super hot and have pain in the left side of my head. So Andrea is here with me now. When I was typing this reading up. They usually are when I'm typing out their reading to add to it or whatever. But she feels that way. Again, black sheep. I don't know. I keep trying to see if he left the house, and I don't know. I'm not getting that. There's a reference to her phone. I know it's come up. I see it cracked. It was taken and thrown out. Maybe that's why he left to throw the phone. I get it in the water nearby, like not far from the house, like the first part of the water you come up on. If it was thrown in, it was thrown in. So she was so strong at this point, I felt a bit nauseated, to be honest. I asked her if she was in the yard at least at some point, and I heard yes, and paver stones kept coming up. And something about a remodel and the word kitchen. I kept seeing the floor redone or something, and I'm typing this. I don't know, I get a reference to him having a night out there. She does say that the man is dangerous and that she didn't realize that at the time. She says actually all the men I was around were dangerous. I was playing with fire. But she says that he's got a temper and the drugs make him a bit of a madman. He's very unpredictable, she says, and I keep seeing him building stuff, so I'm guessing that's his job. I can't remember. I don't know if there's a reference to grass too, maybe even rose bushes, and she could be pretty deep if he had the time. I would maybe be worried. Maybe he was worried someone would see him or find her if he took her out from there. He knows they need a warrant to dig anything. I think he was just paranoid, maybe thought about moving her later. I don't know if he did or not. I think that he thinks no one is on to anything. But this is why she said the word sister in the last reading and shook her head. She wasn't ready to talk about it then, and she says, poor Erin. I don't know if Erin is younger. I get like she feels like a baby sister, even if she's not, that's how she felt to her. She says she will never want to believe any of this, but she knows something is weird. She appreciates everything that everyone has done for her. The people have searched and whatnot. I don't know if the house is close to the zoo, but I get a mention of a zoo and a park, and I don't know where a cul-de-sac comes in. I don't know if he moved her or just thought about it, but I kept seeing the backyard, so I'd be curious. If she's not, then she's close to home, but I do think so. It's possible she has moved. I'm not not sure on that. Just could have been at the house and then moved after the searches. I don't know. Because she's showing me near the house off a dirt path. I don't know why. Because I still see the backyard. So, I don't know. I guess look both places. The house is harder to search, and he knew that. But I do keep getting a path that has brushes on each side and foliage, like heavily bushed. And I think I got that before. Shows me a park again. So this may be by the park or between the park and the zoo. And then it switches back to the backyard. So I just can't say. But right off a little path, a reference to a lot of bushes on either side. And then there's the shed and the paver stones, and the trees seem to be important. She just says thank you and blew me a kiss. I was drained then, and I'm drained now. So, like I said, I will get this up as soon as possible. And I'm already feeling drained just reading this. So, I know that was a very strong reading that she did with me, and it was, every time I go back over it, I get more drained again. It's just really weird. So, I guess until next time, thanks for joining me.